everybody. It's Brooke with Mrs. Cog Hill Farm. And if I don't blow away, it's going to be a miracle. Woke up this morning to some extreme winds. We've got some rain supposedly coming in later this afternoon and into tonight, and some much cooler temperatures. But y'all are going to have to bear with me today. Jason just asked me if I was recording inside, and I said, why? And he said, because that wind is fierce. So y'all, while I am going around the farm today, you're going to see just how windy it is. The weather says up to 36-mile-an-hour gust. So I hope I don't see any of that while I'm out recording. But you never know. It's pretty stout. First thing I'm going to do this morning is go over where the goose nest was and check and see if she's laid anything else. And that's going to be with Nugget's help, because he can't go without being in somebody's business. And his lady friend Goldie, well, she's not too far away. But I'm going to move the leaves around and see if I don't see anything in the nest. I haven't seen her over here, but that doesn't mean anything because I'm not always outside. And see if I can't. Y'all, he just got my earring. If you heard all that commotion, that was Nugget. Oh, got another one. Got one more goose egg. So I'm going to go ahead and gather it. Obviously, it didn't matter to her if I got that egg or not. Somehow, when all that happened with my earring, you see, I'm minus an earring. I luckily got it from him, but my camera screen turned around. So y'all had a little bit of instant drama there, and I got to do better about taking my earrings off. You'd think I'd have learned by now. I mean, we've had Nugget for quite some time, and he's loved earrings since the day he got here, so that's my fault, and I will do better. I'm going to get my earring back in here while I'm on the other side of the fence and get the geese some good old laying crumble, put it in their swimming pool that's seen its better day. Goodness gracious, Nugget, this wind is crazy. Hopefully I can get the feed put in without it blowing away. One more, buddy. There we go. I better make sure I seal this barrel because the lid's gonna go flying if I don't. I look like some kind of hurricane reporter with my hair all crazy, but it is what it is, y'all. I probably should have put a hairband on or something. I didn't realize it was going to be this bad. I just took a peek in Nugget and Goldie's bucket, and they do have emu feed. And y'all know my little cute dog's got to come along with me wherever I go. So off to the barn we go, where I have made some changes. And it has been so hard to keep the babies separated at feeding time. At night when we put everybody in the stalls, of course, it seems like they know where to go, but half the time everybody else follows them. So everybody would be on one side of the barn, and then it was a constant chaos to try to separate them. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna put the babies with everybody else, because we have 3 troughs in there, which is plenty for everybody to be separated, and see what happens under my supervision, of course. So we already feed Tip separate. Now Tip is our oldest goat. He's a wether, which means he's been fixed, and he's just a pet. But he's a dominant pet, meaning he tries to push everybody out of the way when it's feeding time, and they pretty much let him just because there's got to be a hierarchy. So we've been feeding Tip in the inside of the barn at feeding time while everybody else eats in the stall. But once I made the change, put the babies in with everybody else, it's worked out wonderfully. I so dreaded evening chores because it was always a battle. I didn't know if I was going to come out alive or, you know, I never knew what was going to happen. at feeding time, but now it's easy. All right, good morning, everybody. Everybody's in one area now, and there's plenty of room out here for all the goats to sleep comfortably and have access to the inside if they choose. So here we go. We're letting everybody out of one stall, and boy, does that make me happy. Got a new hay bale over here that they are thoroughly enjoying, and I am happy to say we are stocked up for hay for the winter. We are so happy. It just takes a load off my mind knowing I don't have to worry about making a run and possibly looking for a farmer that has good quality hay. I don't want to end up with something that, you know, it's not good quality and they won't even eat. So getting what I know they'll eat and it's good quality just eases my mind. Jesse and Honey over here, of course, they don't get locked up at night. They are protectors of the farm. So here they are just chilling. They've probably eaten their load of hay this morning and got their bellies full. And I got Moody, Mildred, and Tater waiting on me. But I gotta show y'all what this change with the goats has done to the other side of the barn. I knew that there were gonna be some kitties enjoying the hay that's stored here in the barn. And I'm surprised to see this little man right here that's got the loudest mouth, Mr. Sylvester, is not up on top this morning. You're just waiting on some loving, aren't you? You don't get up on the hay bale after you get your loving. Bramble too. All right, here's what I wanted to show y'all. So, since the babies have moved, guess what this means? This lady right here has the whole side of the barn by herself, which I bet is what she chooses anyway. All right, girl, let's get you bowling, get you fed. All right, get Peaches children's vitamin. Did y'all hear Tater? She's letting me know that she is still out there waiting on her breakfast. Little swig of mineral oil. Gonna get Peaches feed marinated while we go feed the cows. All right, y'all ready for breakfast? I think you probably are. Who's gonna eat where today? Let's just see. All right, Tater, you come down here, baby. Let's see. All right, Tater. Somebody's got to come down here. Who's it going to be? Mildred! There we go. All right, y'all, I don't care who goes where because they're all eating the same food now. We've got them adjusted. And some of you wanted to know why I don't put the troughs together. Wouldn't it be easier? Well, I think that gives somebody, whoever may be the dominant one that day, the chance to play musical chairs. Meaning, I don't care if they swap feed, but there's no reason for it because it's all the same. But I feel like keeping them separated like this is the best thing for us to do to keep one from taking other food. All right, Tater, enjoy your breakfast, sweet girl. Yeah, enjoy your breakfast. Over here with your BFF, Mr. Moody. Everybody loves Moody, and Tater has really, really attached herself to him. Life is a constant lesson, and that's no different here on the farm. I mean, we learn what works best for us, and sometimes it doesn't happen in a timely manner. But I think she appreciates not having any other animals to contend with. She gets kind of fussy at feeding times because the goats are all around her, so you know, in the morning for her to wake up and to not have to worry about anybody contending for food, I think she enjoys that. So we'll just play it by ear, but it sure has worked out for me. Peaches loves this side of the barn for whatever reason, and she can continue to love this side of the barn. Good morning, you bunch of noise makers. Y'all sure do make a lot of sounds. Get y'all's, not you, Snow White, you're a quiet one. Get y'all's door opened up so you can go outside and enjoy the sunshine. Well, not really sunshine, but there is some light out there, although it's not sunshine. And you can see they all go for the door once it opens. They spend probably just the amount of time inside as they do outside, which is good. So let's go see if the hen is on her nest. Jason did move her over to the next stall. All right, it looks like she is not on the nest. She's been up drinking some water, I think. Girl, where are all your eggs? Where in the world are all your eggs? I only see 2. Oh, there's one. It's in the shavings, buried. Where are the rest of them? Well, that one's not going to be any good because it was buried away. I'm going to put the candler under them and see if... I'm just going to leave the lights on and see if we can see anything. Oh, wow. I think I better go cut the lights off. All right, so let's see if we can see anything in there. She's back behind me, but... Oh, yeah. Look at there. There's some development. Do y'all see that? There's the baby. She only has 2. And that one is the same way. Well, I didn't need 6 anyway, so not so sure what happened. But I'm going to leave her these 2 and she can hop back on them and do her thing. Bramble, did you get her eggs? Come on, buddy. So I called the roosters the noise makers, but do y'all hear that funny sound? That is Snow White. And I think she didn't like the fact that I said she was quiet and she doesn't make any noise. Because since I said that, she has been making a noise. Well, here we are in the barn, as you can see, and this is where the pumpkins are stored from our massive haul that we got from a farmer's market that was wanting to get rid of them. And today, I want to try something. So what I want to do is the cows and the donkeys across the road. The gentleman, Mr. Butch, has given me permission to feed them. And I want to know if those cows are as picky as our cows. Our cows wouldn't touch the pumpkins. Jessie and Honey, they kind of gave them a sniff. They might have took a small bite, but really weren't interested in them either. So I want to know, are our animals just different, or will cows just not enjoy the pumpkins as much as, say, goats and chickens and pigs do? Here's our storage of our pumpkins. And we have the ones that are used for birdhouse gourds, and then the pie pumpkins, which I'm kind of putting those off to the side because I'm going to use some of those. But we're going to just bust a couple of these up in the barn, and that way I can get them across the road in pieces so that I'm not giving them a whole pumpkin. I don't think they would know what to do with that. I have a feeling if I bust those pumpkins up in the barn on the floor, I'm going to regret it. So I've set up a little area out front here in the grass where I'm going to use an axe to bust the pumpkins open. All right, Topper, get ready, buddy. This is going to be fun. And I've also got a bowl here that I'm going to set some seeds in so I can save some. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Went right through the middle. I just want to bust it open. My sunglasses came off. I don't think I need those. Split that one open. Got that one. And I still want to go smaller, but I'm going to get some seeds out first and let those dry out. I'm not going to take all the seeds out because obviously the seeds are where the beneficial part of the parasite control comes in. They say that pumpkin seeds are a natural defense against parasites in animals, and so I'm just going to take a few of these out. Sylvester, are you going to help me, buddy? Of course Bramble is. And I think Miss Biscuit is appreciating her spot on the hay bale, so we may or may not see Miss Biscuit. And that's right. Yeah, I see you, sweet boy. All right. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think that the neighbor across the street's cows and donkeys are going to feel differently about the pumpkins than our animals did? Or is everybody going to be about the same? All right, that's a few seeds saved. And I'm going to put those on a paper towel, let those dry out, and I have a plan for a day of just collecting seeds when we feed them to our animals again. All right, that'll work. My hands are all gooey. And it didn't really make that big of a mess, did it, boys? No. Yeah. Yeah, they're so sweet. Okay, can y'all see way up ahead in the middle of the road? It's almost as if she knew we were done feeding. And when that happens, we usually head back home and fix some breakfast. So she's a little bit ahead of me. You know, she knows what's going to happen and she gets a head start. On the way home is Dee Dee. And I'm glad she's going home because of course I wouldn't want her going with me across the road. It wouldn't be safe for me to not have my eyes on her constantly. So while we're in the country, the road that comes in front of us is heavy traffic at times. So I'm thankful that we are fenced in to where all of our dogs are inside this area and they don't go wandering out of the fenced area. Y'all, I tell you what, yesterday we used the trailer to haul the 16 bales of hay that we brought to the farm, and Jason did not unhook it because it was late yesterday afternoon and he had to edit. But since the truck has been parked with the trailer, the dogs have found it to be their landing spot. Bandit, what do you get out of laying on the trailer, buddy? I mean, I saw you and Rocky playing on it this morning, and I just don't know what you get out of running and playing on the trailer. And here comes Jason. Maybe I can get Dee Dee inside and get him to help me with these pumpkins. Here's our sunshine that I talked about in the last video. I told y'all that my mama has kind of taken over sunshine, but she's out and about this morning, so she gets a little camera time too. Sunny's old. She doesn't play as much as the boys do, but they all get along, and we're thankful for that. So Jason was on his way to feed Gus and Loretta and Mo and Joe and take care of some things. And of course he had Holly with him, so I'm just gonna take my tricycle and load the basket up with the pumpkins, and I think that'll be just fine. So I am going to cut these in half one more time, just so they won't have such big pieces to contend with. I hope y'all are getting enjoyment out of me chopping up these pumpkins. It's kind of fun. All right, one more. Now, I have pieces to where I think the cows and the donkeys can all share. Load my basket up here. They smell good. That's what you call a bicycle basket full of pumpkins. Now let's hope they're there. If not, I don't know if I'm up to riding all over the property to try to find the neighbor's cows. I should have known. Yesterday this pasture was full of cows, but we had to haul hay yesterday, so I could not get the pumpkins split and brought over here to them before dark. Goodness gracious. I have no idea what pasture they're in. And I said I did not want to ride and look for them, but I'm gonna. See cows. I see cows. This is good. I didn't have to go the opposite direction, which is where I went the day that I fed the donkeys for the first time. There's a house across the road from us here, and back behind This house, this is not the owner of the property. His property goes back behind there. There is the cow field, and I see what I'm looking for. Now, I'm not sure if donkeys are over here or not, but I'm sure they are somewhere. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is gonna work. And they still got them separated. So there's two different pastures here, but let's see what happens. All right, babies, y'all come here. I got y'all a prize. They're all looking at me like, what could you possibly have? Let's see. So will they come running or will they not? One piece over with just some stairs. Got a red one back in the back that looks like she may be interested. Uh-oh. Got a little movement. Where's Snow White? Oh, this pasture's open. There's a gate over here, so they have access to go to either pasture. Oh, she's a wide load there. The red one with the 2 green ear tags. She's a big girl. Come in, get you some pumpkins. Oh yeah, here they come. Yo, come on. They're heavy, I can't throw them very far. All right, this is gonna be interesting. Oh yeah, she likes it just fine. This proves one thing to me. One thing that this proves. My cows are rotten. Yeah, I hear you. Yep, my cows are rotten. They left their pumpkins out there sitting while y'all are tearing them up. Look at y'all, enjoying your pumpkins. You know what this means? This farmer's gonna have some volunteer pumpkins come up too. 137. Go get you a bite of pumpkin. I didn't leave any to feed you out of my hand. Here's 157 over here fixing to take her a big bite. What do y'all think about it? Y'all like the pumpkins? You obviously aren't hungry. You got plenty of grass, plenty of hay, and I know you're fed, but y'all tend to take a liking to the pumpkins more so than my 3 did. You gonna take it away from her? Here they come. Everybody's gonna come up here. Hey, pretty one. Oh goodness, scratches? Yeah, scratches for you. Yeah, pretty babies. Oh goodness. All right. Well, I did a good thing by seeing if y'all like the pumpkins. I still don't see Snow White in the tripod and the baby. There's no telling where they could be. And this is just a portion of them. There are a bunch more back in the back. But look at this one back here. They're just tearing them up. Okay, I'm gonna wheel my way back across the road where Moody and Mildred and Tater's pumpkins still stand untouched. Oh my goodness! Look who's coming. Just who I wanted to see. He must have heard me talking. I knew he was here somewhere. I just had to keep my voice going long enough for him to realize somebody was over here looking for him. Come on, I'm gonna wait on you. Here he comes, slowly but surely. Come on. Oh, I wish I'd saved a little to feed him out of my hand. I see your ears over the top of, I can't see his number. Come here, buddy. 137. Can you tell Snow White to come up to the front, please? Well, hello, 109. Good looking girl. Yes, you are. We waiting on Snow White to come up here. Yeah, you got pumpkin all over your face. Look at there. Yes, you do. He's still peeking, y'all. Think he doesn't want to come around this big girl standing here pulling off privet eating it. Here's a little crack. A little crack in the bushes. Come here, baby. Oh, we got some big noises coming out over there. Yeah, that's Pumpkin. He's sitting on the ground for you. Where are your friends this morning? Huh? Where are your friends? You're a beautiful boy. And so sweet. Go get you a bite of that pumpkin. Your friends are over there just munching away. Okay. All right, I'll see you later, buddy. Okay, well, you ladies, enjoy your pumpkin. Please share with Snow White and Tripod and the baby. And I'll come visit y'all again, okay? Y'all can see directly across the street is our pasture. And our cows, when they're out here, they can see the cows across the road, directly across the street. Moody and Mildred and Tater over here enjoying their hay. Well, guess what?
What?
Mr. Butch's cows like the pumpkins.
Oh, did they?
They did. So you know what this tells me?
Ours are spoiled?
They're spoiled, they're rotten, they're not appreciative, they need to go to some training. I don't know what you call it, but yeah, the cows across the street, they all came a running and they all pretty much got them a little bite off of it.
Wow.
And Snow White came up at the end,
Yeah.
but I had already distributed all the pumpkins to the cows, so I don't know if Snow White will like them or not. But all right, y'all, there it is. The answer is in. Our cows, they're rotten. So yeah, we'll continue to distribute the pumpkins to the ones on our farm that do appreciate them, and y'all be good.